to Ill Eagle Culture Brands Red Tape Talk. I'm your host, John Ostos, a.k.a. Ill Eagle CEO, and I'm here with my two counterparts, Dion, 2 Cup Larry, and Cody, Big Chips Malk. What's up, fellas?
Nothing much. Cody can't handle spicy food. We found that out.
Mayonnaise.
His Baja burrito had too much mayo on it.
I don't think that's what it is.
He's like, I didn't order guac.
When it comes to spice, and you guys already know this, I can't take any of it. Like nothing. I just don't want any spice whatsoever. So I'm about as vanilla as it gets.
Vanilla.
But I just got done with the gym, so I needed to eat something. So I just went to Tropical and got a couple
Can't miss the anabolic
window.
wraps.
Exactly. How come you didn't get a smoothie?
I didn't want it to take too long.
Yeah, they got better stuff there. I feel like you should have got like the what's that called? The quesadilla. Their quesadillas are really good.
They got a lot of good food there, wraps and stuff.
Yeah, I got
Sure.
I got the peanut butter cookies at H&I or Alpha Kitchen, and that was so good.
The peanut butter cookie one?
Yeah, that one's just really good. It tastes sweet. It hits the cravings for sure.
So, did you guys look up that Joe Rogan thing that I was talking about?
I saw it.
I didn't look it up yet.
I didn't look into it. I did see it though.
So this guy was type in Joe Rogan podcast guest is murder or something like that. So he was on his podcast in early February. And he was just arrested for murder. So this guy, and I don't remember if let's say he served 25 years in jail for robbery, right? And so he was like a big proponent of prison reform, like going around trying to reform people.
Yeah.
And
hiding in plain sight's the best advantage, bro.
It is.
So he just was arrested because his neighbors heard screaming, and then they heard.
Is it this black dude right here?
Yes,
Yeah, that
one
one
on the
right
left.
Okay.
So his neighbors heard screaming, and then they heard gunshots.
Isn't it kind of odd that when there's like a black mass murderer, like usually that's like white people shit?
Oh yeah. Well,
Did he
right?
kill multiple people?
It wasn't multiple people.
Oh, it wasn't.
One.
Oh, it's just.
one
Oh,
guy.
he just got busted for simple
And
murder.
they had a head.
So
that's normal.
So hold on. So he
I mean, that is normal.
Yeah.
the cops showed up, and then they searched the place, and they found a severed head in his freezer. And
Damn, okay, see, that is still some serial killer.
and
shit.
then
That is serial killer shit. But what do you do when you kill somebody?
and then they found a
You
body.
don't put them in your freezer.
Yeah.
The fuck? That's,
So-
I think there's some psychological fucking malfunction there, not just anger anymore.
That is true. Yeah.
Will you click on show more right there so we can see the full post from here? Oh, is it gonna pull you up?
Should be good.
Okay. So it says Joe Rogan guest and staffer for public law firm Queens Defenders Sheldon Johnson arrested for murder after a severed head was found in the apartment. According to the victims, neighbors that could hear him pleading with Johnson before 2 shots rang out. Police found in the apartment a human torso and a blue bin and a head in a freezer. Surveillance footage shows Johnson arriving at the apartment with the blue bin. He showed up multiple times in different outfits. Please don't. I have a family, the victim yelled, according to neighbors, before he was killed. Johnson is a criminal justice activist and previously joined Joe Rogan on his podcast. He also appears to know District Attorney Alvin Bragg. On the podcast, Johnson spoke out about his time in prison as he advocated for criminal justice reform. Johnson also spoke out about changing his life around.
That's crazy.
So I guess the guy that he apparently killed, he knew, and they had some sort of beef. Maybe it was like a gay thing, I don't know, or a drug thing, not sure. But he literally was on Joe Rogan in February,
That's crazy.
and this just happened a few days ago.
I don't get it, but I mean, prison reform, huh? That's what they say.
Dude, that's crazy, right? Is it that he's
Let's
an
be
advocate.
real. Like being locked up, there's no real reform happening there, bro. You just
Apparently not.
No, it. You know who gets reformed? The ones who are scared as shit.
Yeah.
because they don't want to do prison time, so they become, they find God in there.
Mm-hmm.
They start doing all this weird shit, bro. Then as soon as they get out,
And they get back to
their behaviors when they get comfortable. But when you're inside with a bunch of real bad motherfuckers, then they get scary, and so they look like they've been reformed, but they actually typically reoffend. You have to take it upon yourself when you're locked up to reform yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it doesn't happen. Everyone that's done it will tell the same story about how they did it themselves. They hit the books, or there was some old head in there that's just doing a life sentence that saved them because he gave them great advice on how to operate while in there and actually make a change because he has a chance to get out still. Like, that's it, period. My brother did that. My brother's doing 25 to life.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he became like a pastor in church, bro.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And he's like playing the whole Bible thing and like, saying that when he gets out, he wants to do this and that. Then he keeps getting his time pushed back because he keeps fucking up inside because it's not real.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a survival tactic.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I would do
it's just
the same
like every
thing.
dude always tells the girl that's waiting for them out that they're going to marry them. They love them and they want them to stand because they don't want to be lonely, bro. They want someone to write, call.
Yep.
And then they get out and
They're clapping cheeks.
yeah. She doesn't matter anymore. They don't actually want to marry him.
Yeah, just to not feel alone.
Yeah. They just want to drive their car when they get out.
Have a little pocket cash.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's nuts. So his whole body was inside the apartment, and it was like all severed in the freezer and stuff. Is what it's saying. So
you're not just a normal ass like murderer, like I just happened to kill somebody type person.
But you want to
you can do that, bro.
But you want to get. He doesn't want to go back to jail.
Well, obviously, but. There's so many other things you could do besides fucking start cutting somebody up and storing them in
first
your
of
house.
all,
and
like,
you live in an apartment.
Hold on. He fucking shot him though.
Yeah, he lives in an apartment.
Right.
Either he's really dumb.
He's dumber than
He's dumb, yeah.
Either he's really dumb or he wanted to go back to prison.
That'd be weird.
I want to know what.
Maybe he just couldn't assimilate with life outside.
How much time did he do prior?
25 years.
25, yeah.
Oh, okay.
For robbery.
Fuck, I could see that. That's what my brother got it for. Robbery. But in California, it's 3 strikes, you're out. And so that was his 3rd felony.
Sure.
So 3 strikes, 3 felonies.
Even like today,
in
with
California,
them releasing
three felonies, you do automatic 25
even with them releasing everybody?
Yeah, he's still locked up, bro.
Fuck.
Yeah. I think I don't even know anymore like when he's supposed to get out, or we've never really
talked anymore.
like, yeah.
Which brother is this?
He's my he's between me and my brother Frankie.
Okay.
He's someone that my dad had with another woman, like I guess while he was with my mom.
Okay, so different mom than you, Frankie, and Lobies.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so like when he was little, I thought he was my cousin until I was like 16.
Okay.
Because when he was little, my godfather, my dad's brother, adopted him.
Mm-hmm.
And so like he grew up as my cousin as far as I always knew.
Sure.
Because his mom was like junkied out and she put him up for adoption or she got him taken away or something like that. So my Nina went and adopted him. So I always thought he was my cousin, and they told me that we were brothers when we were like 16.
See, I have like a similar thing. Is like my brother Nick, who is white all the way. I always used to call him my half brother because I didn't really understand how it worked, and he's white. So I was like, well, we're not the same as the rest of my siblings, even though I have siblings with different moms. And so I was like, yeah, he's my half brother. And he was like, no, dude, I'm not your half brother. We it's not how it works. Like, we have the same mom. Oh no, my stepbrother. I used to call him my stepbrother.
Oh, I was saying, he is your half brother.
He is my half brother. I used to call him my stepbrother because I didn't get it. I was like,
stepbrother makes more sense
because you were different skin color.
Exactly.
See, we do in my family because there's 6 of us total, but 5 dads.
Yeah.
So me and Frankie are the only ones that have the same mom and dad.
Okay.
So we call the rest of them distant relatives, or refer to them as DRs and shit.
Well, that makes sense because you and Frankie are pretty. You guys look similar in the face.
So that's like that's an ongoing thing. Like Lobi's, he's my half brother, but he's my brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's my half brother, so we're always just like we're not as close because you're like my distant relative, and so we don't have much of a
same
connection.
dad though. Same.
Me and Lobes have the same mom.
Same. Okay.
Yeah.
that's where it matters, I think.
I mean, it's all the same. It's just who gets stuck with all the work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was a baby, so I don't have to worry about none of that.
Well, I came from a white family, so my parents were together.
Everybody was married and happy and had jobs.
They took care of their kids.
Holy
I'm just kidding.
I want to be like, that's so racist, but I'm like, that's fucking true. That's what happened to me. That's where I came from. Yeah, it's not a lie, I guess. At least in this table.
You know, I hope the culture is changing. I hope that parents just take responsibility for, you know, having kids and take responsibility to take care of them. I hope that is a new thing. I just recently had somebody come in that's trying to join the Guard, and he was from California too. His parents, he was a white kid. His parents were really heavy into drugs, and they abused the fuck out of him. Like they would put cigarettes in his face. He's got a scar on his face from a cigarette burn. Damn. And they were homeless. They told the kid, "We don't love you. We never loved you. We don't even want you to be here." Like when he was like 10. And they made their way up here from California because the owner of Bar 9, I guess, was down there for some reason and saw them and was like, "You guys should go to North Dakota because there's tons of work up there." And obviously, this is like, you know, many years ago, right? So they made their way up here. And one day they were just at the gas station right here, actually. And he went inside to go get something to drink. He came outside and they were gone. And he was only 14. So they left him.
Damn.
They left him. And so he was a ward of the state. He was bouncing around.
They dipped like states.
They left him. He didn't know where they went. But so he was homeless for a while, he said. He said he would go sleep behind Culver's.
Wow, that's fucking
and just find
crazy.
places to sleep at 14 because he didn't really know any better, right? And then finally somebody ran into him and they called the cops, and the cops came, picked him up. They're like, "Oh yeah, I'm staying over at Motel 6 at so-and-so room." And they said the cops took him there. They knocked on the door, and the two huge black guys opened up. And he's like, "Do you know this kid?" They're like, "Fuck no." And then so he became a ward of the state, and then eventually, you know, went to the foster system and found a foster family. He bounced around because he was obviously kind of mentally unstable at the time. So he bounced around from foster to foster and eventually found a good one. And so now he's 24 and he's doing very well for himself. He's trying to join the military. So he made it out alive, obviously.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, he's I'm really hoping that this kid can get in. When I hear stories like that of people that want to join, I want nothing more for them to join, right?
Yeah.
Like I almost make it like a special case. Like I want nothing more for this kid.
That could change their whole fucking life.
It would certainly help for sure. There's another kid. There's another kid that I was trying to get to join, and I felt so sorry for him because his mom is just like batshit fucking crazy, and he eventually ran away from home. I think he's only like 18 or 19, but he ran away from home because his mom wanted him to send him to Pennsylvania to live with his aunt, who's also fucking batshit crazy. And he's like, "I'm not fucking doing that." So he ran away from home to go live with his cousin. And then so I'm trying to get him in the Guard too, because I feel so bad for him because I could tell like how much he just wanted to get away from his mom.
Yeah,
you know. So it's tough to hear these stories,
sad, man.
And I wish there was more that I could do. You know, I really want these kids to get in and to, you know, help them. It would mean nothing more to me than just to help them. There's so many of them out there, especially nowadays. A lot of these kids are on medication, depressed. I just had one recently that was. She was diagnosed with a major depressive disorder, and she wanted to join the Guard. And she can't right now because of past medication use. So she's got to wait until end of next year. So, you know, we run into those cases a lot. Yeah, which sucks. So
a lot of people don't understand the power of just having like a stable life for a long term of time. Like say you get a year of just stability, like what the Guard could offer you, it can change your life for the best, you know. So
yeah, I agree.
You know, and from what I could tell, it's usually the the kids that have a stable home are the most like better chances of them getting into the Guard is they don't less chances of them being on medication and stuff and being diagnosed. And that's why I said I really hope the culture is changing and both parents that are active in their kids' lives, like they need both parents.
Yeah.
You know, you got the yin and the yang, especially a father figure. Like you see like people that don't have the father figure in their life and how fucked up they are. Like they just need that authority.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
Well, you made it out though.
Yeah,
not a lot of people make it out.
No, I know. That's why I always say like I know I'm an anomaly, bro, because I know I should be fucked up still.
Yeah.
But I always just had like a different mentality, which I know a lot of people don't have coming up in that life because I'm related to a lot of them.
Yeah.
Some people it's their excuse to stay the same. Others it's their excuse. Very rare cases, but it's the excuse to do better.
Right.
So yeah,
well, and I think you finding the gym and being so active into that lifestyle gave you some sense of purpose, like trying to build your physique and get strong as fuck, and you just rallied around that, and I think that really helped you too.
Yeah,
can kind of give you a moral compass.
It was a little bit of everything too. Like that was like the thing that I've always loved since I was in fucking high school, right? And so as I developed in other fields in different like career paths that I attempted to do, and always being someone that like chased after my dreams, you know, like I did the music thing, I traveled the world, I did all this stuff, bro, like because I've always been that dude, and now I advocate that for my kids, like, yeah, chase your fucking dreams. I will never stop you. If you have a dream or a passion, I'll never stop you. You just gotta be serious about it, because everything that I went after all the way. It wasn't like I half-assed things. You know, if I do something, I'm like, man, I gotta do this all the way.
Yeah.
I want to do it big. I want to do it all the way. I want to get the most out of it that I possibly can, have the best experience with it that I can. And so I'm always like thinking how to do something different and bigger. So my mind was just designed that way naturally, you know, because all the stuff that I experienced growing up should have held me back or should be my excuse for why I'm a failure today or why, you know, and it took me a long time. I was headed down that path well into my 20s, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was when it got worse, because then I was an adult and I can do what I wanted and go wherever I wanted. So that almost made it worse for me.
Yeah.
But I think coming here, and this is what one of the great things about different cultures is, coming here to where it was predominantly white culture gave me a whole different perspective. The biggest thing, like I always talk about on here, is I didn't realize that a world like this existed.
Yeah.
And so it gave me an opportunity to be like, man, I could do different shit. I could behave differently. Nobody knows me here. I don't have enemies. I don't have beef with no one here. No one, like, I could get to start all over here, essentially. And for the most part, I have. But it was because I had a perspective that most people will never fucking get, bro.
Right.
Because I was chasing something already. It wasn't like my mind was like, oh, there's a different road, I'm going to experience it. I was like, no, I'm trying to chase some dreams. Like, I don't want my kids to grow up the way I grew up, you know, poor and fucking doing dumb shit, you know? So,
right.
Yeah, I did it to survive, man. But as soon as I saw a fucking out, I was gone. It just didn't happen until I was 19.
Yeah. But you made it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, TikTok ban, it made it through the House. Now it's going to the Senate. But I read today that Kevin Kramer said that they're not going to vote on it for a while, probably. I think that's what he said.
Interesting.
So there's a lot of interesting back and forth about this thing. It's very controversial. I see a lot of people for it. I see a lot of people against it. One being Trump. But Trump was, when he was in office, he wanted to ban it back then. But now he doesn't, because he says that by banning TikTok will amplify Facebook and Instagram, which he claims is the enemy of the people. Which is not far off base, because they are extremely censored on Facebook and Instagram. They'll censor the fuck out of you. So he's not wrong.
So
but
do you think that we should still ban TikTok?
I would be. Here's the deal. The people that are against it are saying that that this is a slippery slope, that they can go after any other social media website or websites.
Yeah, but they're saying this. I heard this too, but they're saying non-US based.
Yes.
What's wrong with that?
I know, and that's why.
Like, why do we have to want to, like, other foreign countries don't let our shit into their countries?
Exactly.
Like, we should build our own. If we want to have an American style TikTok, build our own. Then
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, someone from here that gives opportunity to the land, to the people of the land, bro. Like, that's what we should be thinking about. We're so caught up on everyone else while we're all broken still. Like I don't know. I don't know where I stand in terms of the TikTok ban, but that theory that people are throwing out of like, oh, this just makes the slippery slope where they can start, doing this to all non-US. I'm like, well, that doesn't sound bad.
That's fine.
I'm fucking cool with all American-based everything here. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You want to have a fucking competition about what the greatest nation can be? Make everyone have to fucking cough up their own shit.
Well, and that's the thing.
You know what I mean? We'll really be competing in technology and shit then.
They're not banning it. They're telling the company that owns it to divest so somebody else can purchase it.
Right. And then otherwise it'll be banned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what the bill is
Which
about.
they're kind of forcing them to sell it.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to.
Still, like, that's weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Still weird. Like,
Yeah.
even if Rumble buys it, like, it's still weird.
Yeah.
They can't. What do you mean by it?
So like, they have 165 days.
Yeah.
Now that if it passes the Senate, they'll have 165 days to sell to a non CCP company, essentially. So like, they're saying it has to be a U.S. based company that purchases it, right? But I think the biggest thing that we have to think about, and I'm still kind of like torn on this, is now that means that they're fully in control of all social media, because we know that the government controls fucking, Instagram, Facebook, and all this other shit, right?
Yeah.
And they used to control fucking
X.
Twitter,
Yep.
right? So like, this is just the government's grab at being in control. If you make it you have to be a U.S. based company.
But
the
we have
government
Twitter, we have Rumble. What is it? What's the difference?
What do you mean?
Why do we need TikTok? We have all the other.
I'm not
things.
saying we need it at all. I don't like what I'm making the argument of how some people are saying these different case scenarios about right or wrong and what makes it right or wrong. And I don't know if I see it 100% this way either, because if we let them do it, if we let them mandate it and break it down and make it a US based company, it's almost like it's just for them to grab at and say, cool, now we can control this one too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's when everything looks more like their agenda. Only their information gets out. Everything becomes anti-Trump. Like, let's be honest, TikTok has become favorable to Trump now.
Yeah.
And that's why
That's
why they want control of it. No, just as of lately.
Oh, because of the videos?
Just everyone's changing. The tide is changing, bro. They're not seeing Biden like they used to see him. Okay. And so that's when they loved TikTok, right? Yeah. And they were trying to say Trump's trying to take TikTok away and he's a bad guy and this and that. And now the tables have turned. Now TikTok is really in favor of Trump.
This is political.
Yes.
This is political.
Yes,
so
bro.
It's interesting. Yes, you're right. So Trump wanted to ban it. Now he's reversing course. And Biden wants to ban it. But here's the deal. I've been seeing, so when they announced this, the Congress have been getting phone call after phone call from kids crying, threatening suicide, saying, I'm going to hurt myself if you delete this app.
That's
and
the craziness,
even
bro.
fucking grown men.
This bra ad that keeps popping.
I don't know. Dude. Aerie is a great company though. They freaking love to support.
Oh, Big Blue Latinas.
Sponsored by.
But
that was
so
funny.
they've been getting that was funny.
That was a funny one. Big Blue Latinas. That dude fucking balls.
I can say whatever I want.
So they've been getting a shit ton of calls from kids and even grown men have been fucking crying and whining, right? But they're saying that if Biden does this, all of those kids or people are going to flip in support of Trump then. Yep. Which is very, very interesting.
I don't know, man.
They've got us with so many different avenues to go down, bro. It's like, okay, they're intentionally trying to confuse us and fuck us up here. Let's just.
Or maybe.
I don't think it matters. Impartial. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. TikTok, I mean, I don't use it, so it kind of doesn't matter to me more.
It doesn't.
It's not about the app. It's about the principle, about what it means if they are capable of doing
But
this.
they can make another app. Like
right.
America could just, like Donald Trump could make his own app and people will go on it, you know?
Sure.
Well, I've been seeing people pressuring Elon to bring back Vine.
Which he could.
Yeah, Vine was dope when it first came out. I liked
it.
Vine.
It was.
I fucked around on Vine, made a bunch of crazy videos.
That's like what started TikTok and Reels. Like that's the idea.
Well, I remember when Instagram, I used to have a video on my Instagram when it first dropped. It was like the day that they announced it too, because I remember I made a video similar to like the stop, what do they call them, stop tick or whatever videos that you can make on Vine. Mm-hmm. I made one on the new Instagram when it first dropped, and I was just like, I did a video like filming myself, and I was like, Kayla, you know how you said you hate me on being on Vine all the time? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm not gonna go on it anymore. But it was like me filming a new one on my Instagram. So like I remember when they came out to replace Vine, and they did like overnight, bro. It was crazy.
I wonder who owned that. Who owned Vine?
I don't remember. I don't know if the owner ever got famous like Tom and fucking what's his name did on MySpace.
It's interesting. It just kind of faded out, huh?
Yeah.
Did you guys see what the CEO did, like address and say like this isn't fair, we shouldn't have to get banned, blah blah blah,
and then are threatening lawsuits.
But he's not going to have to sell the company. He just has to not have it in America, which obviously is the demographic. But
no, right? They could just stop. You're using it here. That's all.
Yeah,
and it'll be fine.
But there's 175 million subscribers in America. That's huge. That's probably the bulk of their.
And there's 7 million small businesses.
Okay, so go do it on Instagram. I mean, the TikTok generation is fucking weird. No offense to anybody listening to TikToks, but I don't really.
It's just a different type of social media for sure.
It's just, I don't know. I feel like it's just rotting people's brains and making them dumber.
I say get rid of all of the 60-second video platforms. It is bad for you. It's bad for your brains.
Even Instagram, dude. Like Instagram, straight up fucking softcore porn.
Yeah,
they
got shorts, dude.
That is all.
I remember they
fucking
used to
show.
ban chicks for having bikinis on, bro. Like in 2015, 16. And now all of a sudden you could be butt ass naked on there.
That's all I see. That's all I see in the freaking suggested reels is chicks and
But bro, if you post some shit about Trump or some bad negative shit about Biden,
you get shadow banned.
For some reason they can monitor and catch that shit instantly. But you can't control the fucking pornography and the indecency that goes all over your Instagram. That's
people promoting.
You know what I mean? They can
OnlyFans.
shadow ban people. They can, bro. It doesn't take any effort for them. You make a post and then you get a notification. Oh, your post was deleted. Instant. It's just like what? But all these titties are all over the place, and you can't figure out how to get them all.
Yeah, and like I love titties. Like don't.
It's not a complaint in that sense.
We got to get rid of it. It's just not good.
It's not necessary,
it's
bro.
not good.
No, like I only at this point have a Instagram pages for business.
Yeah.
So when I'm trying to do social media content, posting things or engagement, I don't like being in public, bro, and then fucking big ass titty show up on. I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's people standing right behind me, and I'm just innocently scrolling my Instagram. It's like, okay, that's overdid. You know what I mean? And I usually, like, sometimes I'll be like, especially if Kayla's right next to me, you know, I'll be like, she used to be a fitness influencer because that's usually what it is.
I'm like, look how gross this is, huh?
Like they used to be a fitness influencer,
but now they're promoting their
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
You know,
this is disgusting, isn't it?
Ew, how'd that get there?
Yeah.
I think that's another thing that has ruined the culture is OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
You know what I mean?
I know that there's this, and all these like radical like feminists are gonna be like, oh, you stop, bashing, sex workers and all this. Just like, okay, I don't. When you were in the strip clubs and when you were fucking, working in Vegas and prostituting, dude, nobody gave a fuck about nothing. It's when you put it on a platform like this, and now you're making it look like the way to go. Mm-hmm. Like you're basic, like you're brainwashing women at that. Yeah. They can't wait to turn 18 to start a fucking OnlyFans, bro, because they think they're going to get rich off of it. Yeah. But by the time they do it, their shit's out there on the internet forever, bro.
The other thing is like they're taking advantage of, and people won't care as much, but they're taking advantage of insecure men that.
Yeah. And it's demoralizing couples, bro. Like having people being in relationships and shit is like becoming non-existent. These girls are never going to want to make babies.
Even if they do, their kids
are
going to be fucked.
Yeah, but when they do, it's even worse. But most of them aren't going to want to. If this is their source of income, they're not going to want to get their shit all jacked up. Yeah. Or they're never going to be with a man who wants to have a baby with a woman who's selling her fucking naked pictures all day online. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a really fine line.
You won't find a respect. Yeah. Respectable.
Go do porn if you want to do porn and make people have to go to a porn site to see that shit and leave it be. Yeah. But like stop making it normal for every girl to grow up and become an OnlyFans, because even on TikTok, girls are trying to be risque underage.
Yeah.
Because it's like prelude to their fucking OnlyFans is being on TikTok, sexualizing yourself.
Right.
And all these dumb challenges that they're doing now that are all geared towards sexualization.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, that's enough. That's like TikTok left my house years ago, bro, because when I tried to go on it to see what it was about, man, I kept seeing nothing but nonsense on there. And it was like young girls doing shit. I'm like, the fuck is this shit? You know, I don't want my daughter on here. I don't want my son on here. I don't want none of my kids. And there was no way to control that bullshit.
Yeah.
It just showed up when it wanted to show up in your For You pages that they claim have algorithms, bro. But it's like, then why is everyone getting porn?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. It's not an algorithm anymore.
Yeah.
It's a manipulation.
My
That's
parents
what they
are
want you
on
to see.
TikTok now too, and I'm like, just stop. Not making them at least, but they're
Oh,
watching them.
They're
and I'm
doing
like,
dances in the front yard
my
together and
dad just
shit.
no, I'm like, just stop, get off of there. Like, don't buy shit through the TikTok shop. Like, they're already getting sued, stuff like that. They're giving out your information. Don't put your card on there. Like, I had to tell my
Everything's
mom,
from
I'm like,
China.
dude,
Everything's from China.
Yeah.
Bro. TikTok is become like the video Amazon, bro.
it
You know what I
is.
mean? Like people are just slanging shit left and right all over TikTok. Everything's an ad now.
Yeah,
And it's got a link to it, and it's,
everything
you know what I mean?
is an ad.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts, bro.
But it's crazy though. They can track your keystrokes on your phone
Oh yeah.
if you have that app.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they can record all your information, even the
Yeah.
information you type into other apps.
Yeah.
It's nuts, man.
Yep. They'll fucking get you. They'll get
Yeah.
you. Yeah, dude. What's up with that?
This just tied in really well to it.
So
I, had
I
to
heard
bring it up.
that he was planning to leave Romania, and he was talking mad shit about the UK, and then they just went in and fucking nabbed him.
Yeah, did you watch the video on his story about what happened and how it all went down?
No, do you know?
No.
Yeah, he told they got out almost right away.
Okay, we're talking about Andrew Tate, by the way.
Yeah,
And his
Andrew
brother.
Tate. Yeah, him and his brother. So they were arrested again. Is the headline? I don't know. Are you pulling up an article to read out?
No, you go ahead.
Okay.
I did.
So basically, they got arrested again, and they were extradited to the UK or something like that, or they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
But they got out almost right away. Like I think it was like within hours
really?
or something, or
Yeah.
the next day. And it was because what Andrew went on right away after on his podcast or whatever, and he said basically, and I only watched it one time, so I'm gonna miss some of this up, but he said essentially. They opened up an old case from like 12 or 15 years ago,
2012 to 2015.
of a girl who claimed that I don't know, it was a girl he was gonna hook up with or something like that. You know, like he I think he admitted it was like a call girl or some shit because it was legal then there, and he said that she was a whack job. Essentially, he kicked her out. He's like, no thanks, get the fuck out of here, or something like that. And so he kicked her out, and then she kept messaging him and telling him, like, I'm gonna fucking ruin you if you don't fucking pay me or this and that. And he's just like, fuck out of here, you're crazy. And then I guess they tried to take him to court. He went and showed all the evidence, and they got her phone records and stuff to show that she was text messaging her friend saying how she's gonna set him up and frame him and do all the shit. So he said it got thrown out of fucking court in the UK back then.
Mm-hmm.
And he said now recently somebody got upset with him about something, or they're just, he said the Matrix is coming after me, and they tried to get the UK to reopen this shit on me. He's like, only by the time they arrested me and got me there, we had fucking got all the information to show them this shit had already been closed. So they're trying to reopen something that was, they're just harassing him at this point.
Yeah.
What about his brother? Why'd they arrest his brother?
I'm not sure. They just do everything to them together.
Pretty
Because
much.
I think it's a big show now.
It is.
It seems like a big show now, bro.
yeah.
I mean, even with the
All
original
these dudes
stuff.
seem like plants, bro. The stuff that's happening is like movie shit now.
Yeah.
This fucking billionaires that no one knows how he became a billionaire. He was a kickboxer, and now
Not a good one.
You know what I mean? And now he's just like fucking this famous fucking. Like I like the shit he says. Don't get me wrong, but they want us to like the shit he says, bro. Because like it's almost just seems like a fucking movie now. He's the agenda is to convince everyone around the world that there's this matrix going on, and that there's all these things, and there's going to be alien attacks and all this stuff, and then none of it's going to happen, and they're going to make their power grab through that effort.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
They're going to get everyone.
Project Bluebeam's not going to happen?
Bro, I don't think any of this shit's going to
I don't
happen.
think any of
at
it's
this
going to
point.
happen.
What the
either.
hell?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't
You're
make the
reversing
conspiracies.
course?
We're
bro.
not getting shit from
a
aliens.
minute.
I'm telling
You're
you that right
reversing
now.
course?
I don't know if I'm reversing course, but I'm just seeing something completely different other than what the people were saying. I'm just starting to take a hold of the picture now and go, okay, something different's happening here, bro. Like there's a whole different
Wait a
play
minute.
at
See,
hand.
do you think that he's in on it?
I think he's a plant, yeah. Bro, look at the things that go on in this guy's life, man. The shit that's happening.
Dude, he's
and then
just like Trump, though.
Every
He's
time
an
they get
entertainer.
arrested, bro, every time they get arrested, they're both like in super mudra fucking meditative mode and shit, bro. And it's just like, that's so staged now. Knock it off, And then
Wait a
again,
minute. So you don't think it's real?
I don't think so, bro. Like, come on. The UK opened up a closed case on you from 12 years ago
Yeah.
and made an arrest, and
Why not?
and the Romanian government was like, yeah, we'll extradite
Look
him.
at Trump. They fucking they're
I know, but
indicting
why-
him from
but-
a case from 20 years
but
ago.
Trump is a little on a different level than Andrew Tate, bro.
Yeah, but he's making waves. He's got 8 million followers.
So what?
He's making waves.
Shit, he ain't bigger than The Rock, bro.
He's making waves.
He's not bigger than fucking a lot of people. It doesn't make sense.
He's pretty big. I don't know, but he is an entertainer.
He's top G. He's
Not
top
like
G.
that.
He is the top G.
But okay, now think of the demographic they're making him cater to, bro.
Yeah, what about him?
He calls himself top G.
So?
That's douchebaggery,
Dude,
bro.
he's top G.
He is top G.
He is. I'll give you that. But I just think he's a planted.
He's
top
all
G,
about
bro.
fuck bitches, get money.
I don't know. It just all seems weird, man. But that last episode of them getting arrested again and then immediately being released, and it's just like
It says they were just detained is why they got out right away. But they couldn't arrest him, I don't think.
Yeah.
even still detained.
Yeah.
But then you had all the fucking media happen to be there to watch you get detained and get
shit.
pictures of you guys climbing out of the back of the truck, all dramatic again. Like, that's not detained, motherfucker. That was a show. You got arrested, and you just call it whatever you want to call it because people will buy anything on the internet.
Yeah, but what if he gets killed? Then what? Then will you believe?
I don't know.
Then is he not a plant?
I mean, I believe that they're going to use all these people like pawns and then kill them when they're done with them.
But this wasn't random. This wasn't random though, because he was talking mad shit about the UK and how they're fucking up like all this shit. And
but
a couple days later,
why are they letting this dude have that kind of credibility that it affects them? They should just be like, he's stupid.
But how are they going to take it away? Yeah. He's got 8.some million followers, is what it said.
8 million
8.7.
Shit, bro. There's more people in New York.
That's just on X.
And that's just the people that follow him. I don't follow him, and I see all his shit somehow.
I do follow him. You know what I mean?
Think so. I don't.
But that's the other thing. You don't follow him, and you see all his shit.
I see all his shit.
That's planted, just like Ryan Garcia right now, bro.
I don't know.
That is
everyone's weird.
Everyone's
now,
posting his shit too.
He's weird right now, and he's everywhere, bro. And everyone's like, "Oh, he's trolling."
Wait, you don't believe him?
I don't know what's going on.
I don't believe
it's weird,
anything
bro.
he says.
I think he went super left really hard, bro. I've been following this kid for years now. I've watched his development in boxing come about, and he's been a pretty normal, insane kid up until like 2 months ago.
Yeah, but look at what happened to Amanda Bynes, dude.
That's what I'm saying though. And you're gonna tell me that they didn't fuck her up on purpose, like they did Britney Spears, like they did fucking Justin Timberlake in the beginning, like they did fucking Kevin Hart, like they did all these fucking people, Eminem, like everyone who's made it huge, bro, has gone through some type of adversity. Most of them, if they were bad enough product, didn't get to come back from it, bro. Kanye West, you like. He's controlled whether we like to hear it or not. He's shown us the evidence of his personal trainer somehow can get him drugged up again, bro. And he's like, this guy's an elite, powerful motherfucker in Hollywood. He's not just a personal trainer.
Yeah.
And he showed us the text messages of him saying this is going one of two ways.
Kanye has been saying some pretty wild shit lately.
But he shows us the evidence.
Right.
But the point is, you're right. Yes, they're saying wild shit. They're going off the fucking rails with shit, bro. And it just all feels like a big setup. It feels like they're just trying to make us weirded the fuck out to the point of where we just go. It reminds me, okay, I was in jail one time, bro, right? And I had a really good job, but they wouldn't give me a court-appointed attorney, okay? And I kept begging them I'm like, I need a fucking court-appointed attorney. I need a court-appointed attorney. And they're just like, you make too much money. I'm like, I haven't fucking worked in weeks. I've been sitting in fucking jail, right? And about I was almost to 40 days being in jail and this was in Moorhead, okay? I was almost to 40 days being in jail, and I got a phone call from a guy, and he's just like, hey, what's up, John? I'm your court-appointed attorney or whatever. And I'm just like, oh, really? I didn't think I was going to get one. He's like, oh, yeah, I got you. I'm going to take care of you. And I'm like, cool. So then the next day he comes to meet me in jail, and he's like, I got a deal on the table for you. I'm like, yes. 40 days in jail, my job is like probably gone, you know what I mean? And no one's allowed me to go to court or get a court-appointed attorney for 40 fucking days. And he's just like, I got a deal for you on the table. First thing he said, he didn't come in and be like, all right, tell me about the situation. Tell me your side of the story. You know what I mean? None. He just said, hey, I got a deal for you. What do you think I'm going to say after 40 days?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So you didn't listen to the deal?
Oh, after I said, yeah, bro, you know what I mean? So, because I wanted the fuck out, bro. And at that point, like, it was just like, okay, let's do this. I didn't sign paperwork, but when I went to sign the paper, he's just like, you know, here's what the deal looks like, and it brings these charges down to this. And bro, it was something that I was fully innocent about, but that's why I was fighting. I didn't want to plead guilty. I was like, no, I'm not. I want a court-appointed attorney. I'm fighting this. And so they gave me one at the last minute, and put a deal in front of my face after 40 fucking days sitting rotting in jail. I'm like, all right, let's get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And I was building a career at the time too. You know, that's the job that traveled me around the world after I got out, bro. So,
John, it's hard to keep up with your theories.
my theories?
Yeah.
What makes you think they're my theories? I'm just talking about all the stuff that's out there.
You're fucking dead set on Project Bluebeam 2024. Now you're pulling
I
back.
was dead set on the information that they're giving us about it. Absolutely. I could never tell you factually like this shit's gonna happen. I'm just like, yeah, I think I'm a believer in this part, man, because this is crazy evidence, the stuff they're saying. But yeah, I should be able to discern the information that's being laid out time and time again and decide where I stand, because you never know, bro. We've seen all the weirdest shit we've ever seen in our fucking history.
It's not gonna be aliens. It's gonna be a terrorist attack.
That's gonna be real though. That's real stuff.
Yeah. Whatever it is, they're staging stuff to happen. They're staging extreme, stress and anxiety in everybody, bro, because they want us to be all unraveled and all suffering from internal complexities and pain and shit, so that when they do say, hey, this really bad shit is all happening, but we have an answer.
So
we're gonna be like, oh yes, let's just do it. Yeah, because we don't want all this horrible, the second coming of Christ, the alien invasion, the terrorist attacks, the 12 million plus immigrants that have come over that seem suspiciously militant. You know what I mean? Like,
Haitians.
So this is like the comparison I'm making to my analogy in jail. They're gonna fucking overwhelm us to the extreme. And then at the end, they're going to be like, okay, look, it is all true. Everything that you were afraid of, all the conspiracy, it's all true. It's all happening, but we can fix this. We have an answer. And then we're all going to be like, fucking do it. I don't care what it is. Let's just fucking end this. That's what they're doing to us, bro. That's why I think all this shit's a show. All of it's a show.
See, but the thing is like, I mean, there are a lot of people that are fully absorbed in the world like that, but like nothing that has happened so far has like phased me personally. Like I don't give a fuck.
It doesn't mean that it's not happening.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Just because you have a really good ignore muscle doesn't mean that the shit's not happening.
Well,
you know what I mean?
But I think he can see through the bullshit.
Yeah, they're putting stuff out there for no reason, even though it doesn't.
But it's a lot of conspiracy
I'm not
theories.
saying they're getting everybody, bro, but they're getting more. They're getting more than enough.
There is a lot of people
but
that will.
More than social media amplifies it times 1,000.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And when one person shares it, and the next person shares it, eventually you get a mass people.
Yeah.
Well, that's when it starts looking.
And the alien stuff, I mean, I think you sold us on all the alien stuff,
did
bro.
sell us.
I'm still in on it.
I fell off quick though. I was like, I'm just sick of these guys fucking talking about it.
The back and forth gets weird, and
I'm
it's
still in on it, dude.
Yeah, look, I say they have very substantial evidence based on the stories.
Especially when the
that
Pentagon
they tell us.
says that it's not true.
Right.
When they just came out and
But
said,
that's what I mean. That's another thing.
It just doesn't matter.
First,
though.
they're like, oh, here's all this evidence. And then all these whistleblowers coincidentally came out at the right time.
They're trying to hush it up.
whistleblow. And now they're going to be like, oh, it's not real.
They're
and now
trying to
there's
hush it
another
up.
guy that came on and said it's real and I can prove it and he's lying.
You
And
know,
it's just like, it's this back and forth game because they're just trying to get us so worked up, bro.
because-
that we just say, whatever you need to do to fix this, we approve. Just fix it.
I think that they were over the target. I think that they were over the target, and
And now they're backpedaling.
Listen to me.
They don't do that, bro.
the
They
powers
just
the powers
kill.
the powers that be the powers that be are starting to see that, and they're pushing back. Like look at that Boeing whistleblower.
Yeah,
They said that he fucking
that's crazy.
he killed himself. Obviously he did not.
Right.
He was suicided.
2 shots to the head is what that's
So-
what the joke is.
But Boeing is one of those companies that was brought up of reverse engineering those crafts. So
Yep.
they have the power to do that stuff. They have the power, dude.
They have the black operations to do it.
Dude, they've got so many fucking people in the Pentagon. Like how many people do you think it would take to just say, oh yeah, this is just fake news. There is no UFOs. We are the only human, or we are the only existence in this entire planet, not planet, fucking universe. Yeah. But just
no way.
But just think about it. Like we're the only thing in existence in this entire universe.
No way.
Come on.
There's all these other planets and all these galaxies, and they're just like, those are just for you guys to look at.
And that's only what
and
we
discover.
can see. That's only what we can see.
That's just for you guys to discover. There's no one there.
They said
Come on.
the incident report noted that the hotel had received a phone call from a Rob who requested a welfare check on his coworker John Barnett, which led hotel employees to to the truck in the parking lot, he had a note next to him as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
convenient.
It was on a napkin.
What did he do for work?
He worked for Boeing. He was
Like at this time, like when he did do it.
I don't know if he was working. I think he was just trying to get the case. Like he said, his lawyers said that he was very excited to go to court.
And he was suing Boeing.
Yeah,
He was whistleblowing on
he was
them.
whistleblowing.
He was
That's pretty
telling
He was
their,
one of
their
the-
darkest secrets,
He
bro.
was one of the engineers
That's nuts.
Yeah.
because there was so many fucking complaints about safety at Boeing and how they were like skirting the safety measures that they're supposed to take. And
Yeah.
he was gonna bring him to court, and conveniently he was whacked.
Well, if you guys never want to fly again, there's a show on Netflix about Boeing, and
I've seen it.
it's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's
Yeah.
fucking bad, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a
it
doc
makes you
from
not
like
want to
2012.
fly, like for sure.
It's what?
And then now
it's
this
a doc from
happening.
like 2012 or something like that.
About Boeing planes?
Yeah,
No shit.
it's very very unsettling.
Did it just come? Did it just
While
like?
ago.
Did it resurface?
No, I watched it like last year because I just have a fear of flying, but I hadn't flown yet, and so I was like, I'll watch
my
it.
God.
Before we run out of time too, I want to talk about that Hades stuff that's going on.
We talking
in
about
Hades.
barbecue?
Wait,
Yeah,
I want
barbecue.
to say one thing that I
Yeah.
did flop on, like from what we've been talking about over the past year and a half, the lasers, bro. The high energy laser system, dude.
God.
I don't know.
We're gonna still talk about this.
Seems like they're real, doesn't it?
They might be
Like,
real.
look, I'm
They
never
might-
say I'm 100% right. What I'm saying is, man, their evidence is fucking overwhelming, bro.
So you won't believe in aliens, but now you're all.
I didn't
all
say
on
I don't
board.
believe in aliens.
You?
Well, I don't.
So you won't believe in aliens, but you're all on board on
I think
space lasers.
aliens might be real, but I don't think they're. We're not messing with them. That's for sure.
What do you mean?
I
We're
don't
not
think
messing
We're
with
not
them?
we're not punking them, bro.
I don't think we have a lot of evidence to show
So
that.
we don't
not-
have enough technology to make a laser to burn blue.
No, we have tons of
Yeah, I
technology.
think we're in friendly with them though.
yeah.
With what?
With,
the aliens.
No, I'm saying we don't have enough technology for these lasers to burn blue. And why do we need a laser to start a wildfire?
I think you have to research the science as to why blue doesn't allow it to.
No,
burn
I get
first.
it, but you're telling me that if they can have enough technology to launch a laser out into space, for that laser to be so
I don't know
powerful,
if it's in space.
for that laser to be
I
so
think you have
powerful
to
to
understand
shoot
what
down,
space is first. In orbit, maybe yes.
to shoot
Like
down
our satellites
through
are.
our atmosphere, all the way down to the ground, and start a wildfire. There's so many more better ways to start a wildfire than a space laser.
What happened in Texas?
A wildfire. Dude, the same thing happened in Australia.
I
when
will say
Australia
this.
when Australia burned like
Look,
50% of the land.
I'm not arguing in defense that we're right and you're wrong. I don't know the true answer. What I'm saying is look at all the evidence that's stacked up against this and then take into consideration about the wildfires when Trump was in office that were in California
Yeah.
that Trump said the lasers started.
I don't think he said that.
Yeah, he made a comment about the lasers and
I think he was talking
And then
about
Biden talked about the lasers in Texas too, and it's like
no, he was talking about roofs. The roofs, like the roofs of
the
the, buildings.
materials of the roofs is what they tried to spin
Yeah.
that as. Yeah.
oh sure,
Dude, you think Biden fucking knows anything
Yes.
about lasers?
exactly.
Are you fucking kidding me?
the little that he does catch when they're talking
he
to him,
has
he's
no
like,
fucking
"Fuck."
idea.
He's like,
Like,
don't say
all I
lasers,
know is
don't say
we'll find
lasers.
out, but I'm leaning more in favor that the lasers are real.
Listen, if it ever comes out that I was wrong, you guys can cream pie me again. Speaking of, both you motherfuckers are about to get cream pie.
So are you.
You are too.
No.
So are you. They're
no.
finishing the race with Biden, bro.
They are.
I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet by this summer, Biden will step down. Gavin Newsom is going to step in.
Do you think that they're trying to make Biden look
Yep.
so bad right now so that they can make it so Trump can't run?
No, they're going to make it so bad that.
What do you
No,
mean?
like
Listen.
I think they're trying to set Biden up. The Democrats are
Like
trying to set
for
him up
age?
right now to be like he's too old. They're allowing this stuff to go through right now with him about the files that he stole. Like they're really burning him down like in terms of in Congress and shit, right? And as they go over these things, and I'm like, that's a really crazy switch up that they're putting publicly right now about Biden because it's incriminating and it makes it really bad. But if they get that charge on him, they can also put that charge on Trump and maybe not have him run.
No,
Like I think that's why they started playing
already-
the too old thing with
That
him
would
too.
be the way to
Because
do
they're gonna
it.
say if Biden's too old, then so is
they
Trump.
can't. They
Yeah.
can't go back. They can't go back. The guy
Says who?
The guy that
Have you seen the way they've operated the last 4 years?
So Robert Hur was the
Yeah.
prosecutor. He already wrote, that Biden was just too old to prosecute
yeah.
for these files. You can't. There's no take backsies. Like that's done.
Right, but if they deem him too old, they can do it to Trump too. Then,
I'm
and
just
I
saying
think that they're just playing every hand they possibly can, and that looks like a good.
and that'd be a good way to get somebody completely new in.
Be
But
like, oh look, we took Biden out of the run because he's just too old and he's not
Yeah.
capable, and we need to make some new rules around this. And they're gonna be like, matter of fact, Trump, you're too old now too with
if
this new
Gavin Newsom gets even anywhere near being president, I'll take 2 cream pies, honestly. Like, that's crazy.
rule. Put some motherfucking cherries on that
Yeah.
shit, bro.
I think
nuts.
I think that will be their last ditch effort. I think
I think lasers are more real than that scenario.
Yeah, there's literally
No.
shit in California streets. Like,
don't worry about the poo.
yeah,
Don't worry about the poo.
bro.
We'll clean that up.
We'll clean it up.
Ah,
When the
fuck.
Chinese come to take
Can you
over, we'll
imagine
clean
that
it
fool
up.
became president, bro?
He's been very
Fuck,
vocal.
man.
He's been very vocal on. I see him posting on X.
He's a
all the
dirtbag.
time.
Not a single person in this country will vote for his stupid
The people
ass.
in California might, but other than
they
that,
won't, bro, they're not voting for him right now. They just keep rigging.
yeah.
No one's voting for him. I know people from California. Every fucking person I know is like, the fuck we are.
They're still tallying the votes.
Yeah, right.
From the primary.
Okay, sure they are.
Can you believe that?
Do you know why they draw shit like that out? Because they don't want to expose the truth, bro, that they staged this shit.
No, what
That
I'm saying
no one
is
actually voted.
Didn't-
Just like no one actually
the primary
voted
for
Pelosi
California
back then,
was
bro.
like fucking last week, right?
Yeah.
They're still tallying the primary votes. Like that's how long it's taking.
That's
bad.
how it goes, though. That's how it goes.
Crazy.
You said you wanted to talk about Haiti?
Yeah, real quick, I just wanted to touch
Barbecue.
on barbecue. First of all, that video of the dude eating the person that Dom posted is not barbecue. That's come to light now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, barbecue. This guy who wears the Illuminati necklace and ring all the time.
You
That
saw a
boy.
picture?
Yeah, not to say he's not a cannibal. That just wasn't him who was eating the human in that video.
Well, that was probably one of his lieutenants or something.
Right, but they were saying that it was him who was
Okay.
doing it. Like that's what the
Is that actually him, this guy?
yeah.
So his nickname is Barbecue because he cooks his people and eats them.
Well, he says that his nickname is Barbecue because his mom named him that when he was 5.
Oh,
Jimmy Cherizier.
but they are killing a lot of people because the people that are fleeing there are saying that it stinks so bad from all the dead bodies in the streets.
Okay, let's get some information on this, John.
There's
what do you know?
there's also a lot of people that are saying that it's America that's doing it, and people from
fuck yeah.
people from Hades are saying it's America, and it is the Clintons who started all of this shit.
Well, no
And
shit.
there's a dude there that went there from, and I don't know the full details, but it's just stuff glimpses that I caught. He's from Israel, who the Clintons introduced to that place,
Yeah.
and they're saying basically what they're saying is like, look, there's people who go 7 days without eating here sometimes, and you're gonna tell me these motherfuckers got millions of dollars in weaponry and artillery from where?
Yeah.
Someone fucking gave that shit to them, bro.
Yeah, they wanted.
And so they're accusing the
overthrow.
Clintons and this Israeli
Do you
guy
think
that they brought.
Do you
in.
think that they are doing that to help facilitate more human trafficking? What would be the
So the
purpose?
Clintons were reported, their
Yeah.
foundation in
Yep.
Hades is like,
Right.
it's a total
Yep.
sex trafficking
Yep.
operation. But and that's been going on for years and years
Right.
in Hades. The issue that we're seeing here, I think is more along the lines of complete world destruction. They're trying to cause havoc and chaos everywhere they can in many nations so that it's replicated everywhere, so that when it comes here, it looks like it's just part of this big world issue that we're having. Because once you have a world issue, then you need a world resolution. And who can come up with a world resolution? Well, one world government.
And the UN.
And a one world currency. How do you do that? Digital currency. Everyone's going to digital currency now.
Yeah, so it's saying gangs are taking over, like,
They're going to have
prominent
all these
spots in Haiti.
these 12 million motherfuckers that came here are going to do us like they're doing in Hades, like they're doing in fucking Germany, like they're doing in
Good
fucking
luck.
all these places. You know what I mean?
probably not in Fargo.
I mean, they don't need a lot of luck if there's only 12 million of them here.
In Fargo?
It's just gonna take some work, bro.
Dude,
We'll be fine.
They're gonna hit all the big cities, bro.
Outsides. They'll get the outside.
They're gonna hit all the big California, New York, all these places they're saying they're going.
Minnesota.
They're gonna
dude,
fuck
the
some
homies,
shit up.
the homies in California are not gonna let that happen.
Look, the issue that they'll have
They're gonna
there,
be like, "Break yourself,
California is
fool."
letting these motherfuckers join the military and become police officers to get citizenship right away. And that means that those motherfuckers are going to have zero American values when it comes time to enforce the law against its own citizens.
I don't think the homies are going to let that happen.
I think it's crazy.
I don't think the homies will be able to stop it if it does happen, bro.
Dude, 12 million people is not that much.
It's not that much.
No
Not
way.
when you're talking about
How many
with guns.
gangsters do you think are there?
Where? In California?
Yeah.
No, I don't know, but I'm just saying, if they're going to infiltrate the United States, 12 million.
It's a lot of people to do damage, though. Look at what they did.
I mean, they can
Look
do
at what they
damage,
did
but
with
they're
like
not
4 dudes
fucking-
on an airplane.
But they're not going
You
to
know what I
take
mean?
over.
Like that was like they got us fucked up.
Yeah,
back when that happened. 12 million motherfuckers doing terrorist attacks all over the
That's
country,
assuming that-
causing
That's assuming-
havoc and chaos. Look at what they did in 2020 with just a bunch of knuckleheads, bro.
But that's assuming that all of the illegals are going to take up arms against us.
assuming they all will. Yes.
Yeah, but there's a lot of women and children, including that 12 million.
And
There
they'd
was
have to have so
there was
many
a small
weapons.
minority, but no, I don't think that'll be a problem if we're providing it.
But we'll also have them. That's the
No, I
thing.
get that, but
they're not gonna overtake us, but they're 100% going to be
they'll
a terrorist
cause
attack for sure.
destruction.
Absolutely.
Is what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
And look at how we're still not recovered from 2020 when our own people rioted in our cities, bro. Now put millions of people, because this was just hundreds of thousands around the country that did it. You put millions of motherfuckers out there, even if it's half, bro. It's still like fucking 12 or 6 million people, bro. 6 million if it's half. Half that, 3 million, still a lot more, bro. So now send those people in to do terror. And I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying that's a really crazy scenario to think about, because they can cause havoc in all these other countries where it's already fucked up.
Yeah.
And they just coincidentally are migrating a bunch of those people here to do some of the same work.
What if the terrorist attack in the U.S. is just a ploy to allow more people to escape through the border, and then we get taken over, and that's what it
who
is?
knows, bro? It could be anything.
Because that's what they do. That's what they do.
I think if their true agenda, and this is the conspiracy theory side, if their true agenda is one world government, like they're all working together. All the leaders of these countries are all in it together, bro, and they're just playing the game.
I've been meaning to watch that YouTube video that Candace Owens just did about Macron married to a tranny.
Oh, no way.
Did you guys see that?
Yeah, she said she was 100% certain.
She would put her better life on it.
Yeah, she'd better life. I thought she was going to be talking about Michelle at first, but
Yeah. I wanted to watch it and see what's up.
Yeah, that's all I got. You guys got anything else?
Yeah, we're good.
good to go. Well, appreciate you guys taking a listen again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the podcast. We're really trying to put our names out there, so we appreciate any help we get and support in pushing that and maybe sharing our content with people. Don't forget to tell your friends about us. Talk good, talk bad, doesn't really matter, as long as you are talking about us. Peace.